Hi, I'm Terry Hatlin Stanley, and I am the Director of Sales here at Merrill Manufacturing. Another frequently asked question that we get here at Merrill Manufacturing, actually, let me correct that. It really isn't a frequently asked question because this situation does not happen very often. But if you have a hydrant and it has sat for a very long time, and all of a sudden you go to use it and you lift the handle and no water comes out. This is more than likely what has happened. If it has sat for a number of years without being used at all, the plunger down here is a self-lubricating material. And so when it is used, it self-lubricates and continues to operate fluently. If it sits for years without being used, there is a possibility that the rubber down in the plunger will become seized in the plunger. And when that happens, this rubber will not move. It is seized in the valve body, and what happens is when you open this, the rubber will tear off of the plunger and stay stuck down in the valve body. And because of that, you're getting, the handle is able to raise, but no water is going to be able to pass through the valve body. Again, this is very rare that this happens, but it does happen. When it does, there are a couple things that we will try in order to try to dislodge the plunger. First, you're going to unscrew the head by turning it counterclockwise. You can follow the instructions on how to change a plunger to do this.
With the water off and the lever in the open position, place a pipe wrench on the hex of the head casting and the second pipe wrench on the standpipe. Lift the head casting with the operating rod and plunger attached from the standpipe.
When the hydrant comes out, you will verify that the rubber is in fact off of the plunger mechanism itself. If it is off of there, we know at that time that it is lodged down in the valve body. You will start by going ahead and turning your water back on to see if possibly the pressure of the water will dislodge the rubber and send it up out of the standpipe. If that does not happen, the only other way that we have found that could possibly dislodge it is to take a 3/8 inch leg screw and spot weld it on a rod and screw it down through that rubber of the plunger. In doing so, a lot of times that will dislodge it out of the plunger and bring it up. If that does not work, unfortunately, there is no other situation than to dig up the hydrant and replace it. Again, luckily on this frequently asked question, it really isn't frequent, and this does seldom happen, but it does. So there is your solution for that.